my beautiful makeup loving friends, if this is your first time seeing this face, my name is Emily. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today we are going to be talking all about the new makeup releases in Pay or Stay Away. As per usual, we have about 1.5 million things to talk about here that have been announced this week. And of course, it's September. We are getting into the beautiful fall months, which is my favorite time of the year. I freaking love and live for fall, so I'm so excited about it. But that means that we are seeing a whole heck of a lot of these new holiday releases, so I have a bunch to talk about. I already know my throat's going to be sore by the end of this, as it always is during Pay or Stay Away. So let's jump right on in. Okay, so this first one I am so freaking excited for. Oh my goodness, I can't even contain it. I'm so excited for this release. So Huda Beauty is going to be bringing out her Precious Stone palettes. These are going to be available on September 17th on the Huda Beauty website, and it looks like it's going to be available on the 21st everywhere else. These are going to retail for $27, and you get 12 different shades in each palette. She is coming out with 5 different little mini palettes, I believe. She has a few other mini palettes out on the market that are a bit more neutral tone. I have the Coral Obsessions one. I did a couple videos on it actually here on my channel. But these little mini palettes are all based off of gemstones, which I personally like, and I think it's a cute idea. So she's coming out with 5 different palettes. There is going to be the Sapphire palette, which is going to contain mostly blues. Obviously, it's a sapphire. Not like Sapphire is going to contain pink, but it looks like she's going to have 5 different duochrome shades and 4 mattes in that palette. The Amethyst palette, which will have pinks and purples, 3 mattes and 6 duochromes. Ruby, which will have reds and pinks, 5 vibrant duochrome shimmers, and 4 matte. Topaz, which is going to contain golds and oranges, 5 mattes and 4 popping duochrome shades. And last but certainly not least, Emerald, which is going to have greens, of course. There's going to be 6 duochrome shimmers and 3 mattes. So I'm facing a bit of a dilemma here because I'm kind of like peeved off at Huda Beauty for allegedly my conspiracy stealing the idea of the baking powders from Beauty Bakery. I know everyone and their mama knows about that, but let's leave that aside here. I'm going to try to leave all of this YouTube drama and beauty drama out of just the actual purchases themselves. When it comes down to it, we're all here for one thing, and that is the makeup. And let me tell you, although Huda Beauty might be a little bit controversial, this launch is absolutely gorgeous. I think that every single one of these palettes is beautiful. Honestly, the only one that I'm not totally vibing with is Topaz, of course, because I don't typically go for like orangey, goldy type tones, but I do think that it's a pretty kind of more basic neutral palette, even though it's not neutral. But you know what I'm saying, it's a lot more tame than the other 4 that we're looking at here. But I personally like all of the colorful ones. I think the color story of all of these are freaking phenomenal. I mean, when I saw it, I was just stunned. I think that they're beautiful. I think they look perfect. I really don't think I could change anything about them to make them better. Now, these are going to be $27 each, which I think is a decent price. I'm pretty sure I said that these have 12 shades earlier, but they have 9 shades. They have 9 shades. I can count. I know math. No, I don't. I don't know math at all. What am I saying here? But I think that the price point is pretty good for what you're getting. I do like the quality of these palettes. They're not the most amazing thing in the world, but I enjoy them. They're kind of whatever to me. But if the color scheme of something is really good, then if the formula is not super amazing, but I can work with it, I am totally fine with that. Now, I personally want Ruby, of course, which I'm sure you guys knew was coming. It has reds and pinks and just these gorgeous duochrome shades in it. But I also really want to pick up Amethyst as well, which is the more purpley, pinky type of palette. I love the fact that she put duochromes in here. I have been begging people to put more duochromes out on the market, especially with a mainstream Sephora brand. When do we ever see duochromes in Sephora? We'll see like 1 in 1 palette and that's it. I also really want the Emerald palette because I don't really have much like that in my collection, and I personally think that the shades that she picked out for the palette are freaking gorgeous. I absolutely love the duochromes. Now, I want 3 of these palettes, and although these palettes are only $27, that's gonna add up real quick, so I'm not really sure which ones I should get because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all 3 that I want. So I'm gonna have to kind of pick and choose here, but I am absolutely gonna be purchasing at least 1 of these palettes. The next item on the Pay or Stay Away list for this week is the Natasha Denona Safari palette. This is going to be available on September 14th, and this will be retailing for $129 Goodbye, money. Now this is an all matte palette, and this is Natasha's very first all matte palette. And I personally like the color scheme that she picked out. Everything's very smoky and deep and kind of foresty, and I do really like the combination of colors that she's put together. I don't really feel like we've seen this very often in the makeup industry, so I think it's pretty. I personally just don't really feel like this palette needs to have that many shades in it. I feel like Natasha could have cut down this palette to like half the size and charged us half as much, and we still could have gotten something very similar with the same type of color scheme. Maybe I'm just like totally crazy, but I just don't really feel like all of these were needed. Now I'm sure you know what I'm gonna say, but I feel like she could have cut out some of those browns and some of those more neutral toned shades and just given us the really deep navy blues and that deep emerald kind of army green and maybe the deep red and the pink and whatnot, and just made like a smaller version of this. This way people could actually get their hands on it that want to. I personally don't really go for shades like this very often, if at all, so I wouldn't get any use out of this, but I know a lot of people are saying that they really enjoy it, and I feel like you could get a bunch of different looks with these deep colors that she's put in there. I think you could get a lot of unique looks because she's given you a lot of vibrant, deep colors, if that makes sense. But the price point is just so damn high, as per usual with Natasha, that I don't even want to think twice about it. So I am definitely not going to be getting this because that is too expensive for me. I wish she would have come out with this in a smaller palette. This way more people could get their paws on it, because I think that a lot of people really do like this color scheme. But girl, not me. I am not going to be spending $129 on eyeshadow right now. I may or may not have spent $125 on Pat McGrath a couple days ago. But shh, you didn't hear anything. So the next new makeup release that I wanted to chat about today are the new Kylie Cosmetics single eyeshadows. These are going to be retailing for $7, and they are available now on the Kylie Cosmetics website. So I honestly think that this launch is way overdue. I think that this could have been a huge hit back in the day when she first started her brand and when she first started coming out with her Kai shadow palette. I feel like this could have been really big, because if she put her single shadows out before ColourPop did, oh my god, they would have taken the market by storm. But alas, ColourPop put their single shadows out in 2016 or 2017. I don't know, it was a while ago, but the quality on those are really nice, and they are only $4 each. So I feel like if Kylie would have been ahead of the game with this situation and would have put these out a couple of years ago, I feel like everyone would have dropped their coin to pick up some Kai shadows. But because ColourPop has their $4 shadow singles out, and because we all know that Spatz Labs creates not only ColourPop, but Kylie as well, I don't really feel like anyone who isn't a huge Kylie fan is gonna really go for these shades. I don't know, maybe that's just me, I could be totally wrong here, but you know, the ColourPop shadows are just so dang good, and they're $4, and I can't imagine that the Kylie ones are going to be that much better than ColourPop. Maybe a little bit, but probably not enough to really notice, and that's a $3 difference. If you purchase one Kai shadow for $7, you could basically almost get 2 ColourPop shadows for the same price. So for that reason, I am not really interested in this launch. I am kind of curious to see if she brings out more of these Kai shadows, or if she just leaves it at that collection that she's brought out now, because supposedly these are her favorites from her existing palettes. So I'm not really sure if she's going to be expanding on this collection or if she's just going to leave it at this. I don't know. If I see a color that I like, I might end up picking it up, but for right now, nothing is really calling out to me, and if I want it, I will save my coin and go to ColourPop. Is that shady to say? Because I'm not trying to make it shady, but I'm sure it is a little shady. So moving right along here in the pay or stay away list, the next things that we have to talk about are by Too Faced, and this is from the Too Faced Holiday 2018 collection. Now they haven't dropped any dates for when these products are going to be launching, but they have announced that they are launching an entire huge holiday collection that I cannot keep up with, so I personally just picked out the 3 palettes that they are going to be coming out with this holiday season. Too Faced has recently announced that they are coming out with the Gingerbread Spice palette, which will be retailing for $49. And they are also coming out with 2 mini palettes, the mini sugar cookie palette and the mini peach palette, which will be retailing for $26. So as we all know, Too Faced basically went off the radar in 2016. Their quality of products in that year just weren't up to par with what they had been putting out. They weren't living up to the standards that they had set for themselves. So a lot of people basically just stopped purchasing from Too Faced for a while, or just weren't that interested when Too Faced was releasing products. But lately, I don't know who they hired for their PR team, I don't know what they changed, but whatever they did, did good. Because they have been coming out with some really fun and interesting new releases, and I actually really like the holiday collection that they have brought forward here. I personally love the Gingerbread palette. I think that this is so much better than all of the holiday products that they have released over the last couple years. Let me tell you, I got the holiday palette of 2015 and girl, it ain't that good. But this palette looks really pretty. I really love the shade Gumdrop, of course, that beautiful hot magenta pink. I love the beautiful peaches. I love that icy shimmer that's in there. I think that this palette looks absolutely beautiful, and supposedly, allegedly, it smells like gingerbread, which I am 110% down for. As of right now, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be picking this up. This wouldn't be at the top of my list by any means. I mean, if someone gifted it to me, I would be a happy girl, but I don't really know if I would want to spend my coin on this because it is $49. That's kind of expensive for me. Typically, I just buy single shadows, or when I do buy palettes, it's something that I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of. And with this palette, I see some gingerbready colors and some really warm toned kind of terracotta browns that I know that I personally wouldn't touch, but I really like the pops of color that they put in here. So this is something that I want to swatch in person. I want to smell it in person. I want to smell it and make sure that it smells like gingerbread, because that's very important to me, okay? If you make the claim that this smells like gingerbread during the holiday season, I'm going to be expecting that. But I do really think that this palette is beautiful, and I love the concept of it. I love the packaging and the overall aesthetic of this. I just don't really know if this is something that I really need in my collection. Now let's go ahead and talk about the little mini palettes here. So they are coming out with two different little mini palettes for $26, as I said. One of them is called Mini Sugar Cookie and the other one is called Mini Peach. Now I have to be completely honest here, and honesty is not always the nicest thing in the world. I think the inside of these palettes are damn boring, okay? The outside packaging of these palettes are absolutely adorable. I love the overall theme. I love the little sugar cookies that are on the palettes. I think they look so cute and precious, but the inside, I'm not so much here for. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not really drawn to any of the shades in these palettes, really. I really wish that they would have made them look a little bit different, because I think that's my problem with them. To me, in the promo photo that I'm looking at, they look almost damn near the same. I can see a peach tone in the peach palette, of course, and a little bit more of a berry mauve tone going on in the sugar cookie palette, but besides that, they almost look the same to me. I don't know if that's just because of these promo photos or what, but I'm not interested in these at all by any means. Come on, Too Faced, if you're gonna give me a mini peach palette, then I expect to see more than one peach in the palette. I mean, come on. You got 8 shades there. We could have squeezed another peach in there. And to me, the sugar cookie palette kind of just looks like they've recycled some shades from the white chocolate chip palette from last year. So, although the aesthetic is cute and I think the branding is on point, I'm not really interested in the shades. I think that the concept of these could have been absolutely awesome. Honestly, they should just hire me. I could come in and make them a bomb mini peach palette, okay? So the idea was in the right place, but I just don't really feel like these were executed that well as far as the color scheme goes. And color schemes are very important to me. But I think that's all the releases that I have for you guys today. Like I said, I didn't want to mention everything in the Too Faced holiday collection. If you want to see the entire thing, hop on over to Trend Mood over on Instagram and take a peek, because they are releasing so many damn products in that holiday collection, and I know that I could just not handle saying all of that at once. But please do let me know down in the comments below, what are you excited about for this week? What are you noticing out of the holiday collections that you actually want? And what are you noticing that you are just thinking, nah, I'll just pass that over? Because I feel like you guys are always letting me know of product releases that I didn't even know about. You guys are working overtime here. But with that being said, I do hope that you consider subscribing if you have not already. I am doing Pay or Stay Away every single Monday, and if you like shows like this, I have an indie version that I do every other week or so here on my channel. So if you are not already subscribed and you would like to be, I would love to see you hit that button down below. I do also hope that you consider giving this video a big old thumbs up and turning that notification bell on, because YouTube will not let you know when I am posting. They will hide me in the corner and throw a blanket on my head and make sure that I am not seen by the world. But I hope you are having an absolutely amazing and wonderful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!